Emma Bennett closed a laptop at 1:52 a.m., shoulders aching from another 12-hour day designing pitch decks no one would remember. 28, still single, still pretending the late New York nights didn't bother her. She had swiped left on 3 profiles before tossing the phone aside and whispering to the empty room, "Not tonight." She checked the front door, deadbolt, chain, habit, then slipped under the covers in her small Brooklyn apartment. The vibration came through the bedside table like a warning. She opened one eye, dark ceiling, slow hum of the radiator, distant sirens drifting through the city. Unknown number. Don't answer it. She frowned, sleep already fading. Another buzz. It's pretending to be you. Her thumb hovered. Prank, she told herself, but the words felt too intimate. Who is this? Dots appeared instantly. Check your sent messages. Chest tightening, she opened her iMessage thread list. Nothing unusual. There's nothing. Look again. A thin chill traced her spine. She scrolled to archived chats, spam, pinned, then froze. A thread with her own number sat at the very top. She tapped it with trembling fingers. 4 messages, all sent from her phone at 2:17 a.m. minutes ago. Is it still outside? I think it knows. It's standing behind the door. Her throat tightened. The door across the room was locked, chain engaged. She had checked it twice, like every night since the blackout started. Message details confirmed, sent from this device. Another vibration. You weren't supposed to read those yet. What is this? She typed quickly. It watches when you sleep. A shaky laugh escaped. If this is a joke, stop. Look at the time. 2:18 a.m. The apartment suddenly smaller, the walls closer. She switched on the bedside lamp. Warm light pushed back the shadows. Closet closed, bathroom door slightly open. Everything as it should be. She almost convinced herself it was nothing until the photo arrived. Her bedroom, shot from directly above the bed, looking down. She was asleep on her side, hair across the pillow. Timestamp, 2:17 a.m. Her eyes shot to the ceiling, plain white, no smoke detector camera, no vent, nothing. The phone nearly slipped from her hand. It moves when you turn on the lights. The bulb above her flickered once, then held steady. Her mind flashed to Dr. Reynolds' office 2 months ago. His calm voice. The episodes are your mind's way of protecting you, Emma. You need to be honest about what you remember. She had stopped therapy after that. Too close, too dangerous. You told him, didn't you? Her blood turned cold. Told who? About the blackouts. 3 weeks ago, she had woken on the kitchen floor, a knife still clenched in a fist, balcony door wide open to the freezing winter air. She cleaned everything, told no one, not even her mom back in Chicago. You're guessing. Open your camera roll. 6 new photos, all time-stamped 2:17 a.m. First, her front door closed. Second, dim hallway outside her unit. Third, her reflection in the living room mirror, except the phone floated mid-air, no hand holding it. The fourth one hit like a punch. Dr. Reynolds' clinic waiting room, empty, shot from outside the glass at night. She hadn't left her apartment, she was sure of it. She ran to the door, still locked, chain in place. You went there last time, too. The room tilted. No, but I keep you safe from what you do when you leave. Her legs buckled. She sank on the edge of the couch, staring at her pale reflection in the black TV screen. She looked like a stranger. What do I do? The longest pause yet. Then, you knock.
3 slow, deliberate taps echoed through the apartment. Her breath caught. The chain rattled softly. She forced herself towards the door, legs feeling borrowed. Another knock. The peephole showed an empty hallway, but the elevator at the far end stood open, fluorescent lights bright, waiting like an invitation. You always go when it calls. Who is this? I'm the one who wakes up. The words landed heavy in her chest, familiar in a way that terrified her. What do you mean? When you leave me behind? The knocking stopped. The silence pressed against her ears. You have 10 minutes. Before what? Before you go again. Before I have to take over. Heart hammering, she stumbled into the bathroom and splashed cold water on her face. When she looked up, her reflection stared back, eyes wide, but the corners of her mouth were beginning to lift. Not her doing. The voice that came from her throat was calmer, lower. You shouldn't have woken up tonight. Inside her head, she screamed. Her body moved anyway, walking back to the front door. Fight it, the unknown number texted. Her fingers unlatched the chain against her will. The door opened to the empty corridor. The elevator waited. She stepped inside, watching everything through a thickening fog. Each movement precise, controlled. You're going to see him tonight, Dr. Reynolds. As the elevator descended, her reflection in the mirrored wall looked almost peaceful. Her thumb moved on its own, typing into the thread with her own number. I can't hold her much longer. Ground floor, cold night air wrapped around her like a heavy coat. Street lights hummed. The city felt alive and indifferent. Memory cracked open then, not all at once, but in sharp pieces. 2 months ago, after waking with the knife, she had sat shaken on this very curb, terrified of what she might do next. She had installed the scheduling app that night, fingers trembling, writing messages to herself at 2:17 a.m., the hour the other usually took control. A lifeline, a warning system. She had forgotten she had done it, or something had made her forget. You're not broken, the message said now. You're surviving the only way we know how. Another flash, childhood, her father's drunken shouting, a bottle shattering against the wall, her mother crying in the kitchen, 7-year-old Emma hiding under the dining table, making herself so small she almost disappeared, breathing so quietly she could hear her own heartbeat, promising herself she would never feel that helpless again. The other had been born that night. She collapsed on the curb, tears hot on her cheeks. You built me to protect you. The words weren't cruel. They were tired, almost loving. For a fragile second, Emma felt something close to gratitude mixed with horror. But the pull was coming. 2:16 a.m. glowed on the 24-hour pharmacy sign across the street. If you fall asleep now, I'll keep us safe like always. Her eyelids grew impossibly heavy. The world softened at the edges. Alarms she didn't remember setting suddenly exploded from her phone, sharp, relentless. Her own recorded voice filled the night. Emma, stay awake. If you're hearing this, you're still here. Don't let me take over, please. A couple walking past slowed. Someone asked if she was okay. She fought, counting breaths, forcing her eyes open against the crushing exhaustion. Then, at exactly 2:17, everything went still. The weight lifted, air rushed into her lungs. The final scheduled message appeared. You won tonight. She sat there shaking under the streetlight, phone clutched like a talisman. But beneath it, new typing began. Live, not scheduled. Letter by letter. You can't stay awake forever, Emma. Her reflection in the black screen smiled faintly, patient, ancient, protective. 2:19 a.m. Deep inside, something settled back into the shadows, waiting patiently for tomorrow night. The scariest monsters aren't outside the door. They're the parts of us we refuse to face.